Hey guys, Dan here with Battlefield Curator. Are you interested in growing your military surplus collection, but you just can't find enough money to get the things you want? I know things are really overpriced here in 2024, and it's one of those things where I definitely not a proponent of going out and buying overpriced. What you really need to do is you need to do some research and find the good deals. And if you don't know really how to do that, I've got a video up here that'll help you out. But if you're looking to get a little extra money, buy some nicer stuff, or maybe get some stuff that you just never had a chance to get to in the past, I've got some ideas for you for side hustles. And these will probably help you grow your military collection. All right, so the first thing here that is on my list is doing some kind of food delivery service like DoorDash. Yeah, you could be a pizza delivery guy too, but you're kind of going to be on the clock. You're going to be on certain hours. If you just have a little extra time outside of your 9 to 5 and you want to work when you want to, you could be a DoorDash guy. You can deliver food to people that are in need of food delivery. So like certain medical staff at night need food delivered to them. There's certain other occupations that might need food delivered. There's people that just Netflix and chill and they don't want to go out and get something to eat. They just want to have food delivered to them. And really, since the pandemic, a lot of people have gotten used to having food delivered to them, to their house. So, I think a lot of people are just say, you know what, I just want food delivered to me. I don't want to go out and get anything ever again. So there's also that. So if that's something you think you can make a few extra bucks doing because you're not doing anything during those hours, then go ahead and do that. Another thing that you could probably look into is Uber or some kind of rideshare service. If you got a fuel efficient car, and with DoorDash, you would probably also need a fuel efficient car. You can go out and give people rides to where they need to go. On the weekends, if you're not doing anything, you can go give people rides. On the weekend nights, people want to go to the bars, want to go to clubs. If you find it that you have nothing better to do, you might as well make a few extra bucks and go out and give somebody a ride or give a few people a ride out to meet up with friends. Because there's a lot of people out there that just want to hang out, but they need a ride because they don't want to drive under the influence of alcohol. So the next thing is actually something that's pretty big. It's real estate related, and this is kind of just being like a contractor, just being a handyman, doing home services, fixing stuff. If you're a tinkerer, this is probably a good one for you because other people out there, they need stuff installed in their house all the time. They might need like a fence installed, they might need a light fixture installed. There's elderly people that need work done around the house. So a handyman would be pretty good at doing something like that. There's also you can get licensed as an actual licensed contractor, so you could do even bigger stuff like build decks and build attachments to the house and stuff, build garages. There's a lot of different things you can start doing, and then on the side, real estate related as far as handyman work and construction and stuff. And if you don't really want to do tinkering in people's houses, you could probably just do other stuff. Like the simplest thing is mowing somebody's lawn, trimming some bushes, doing some weed whacking, doing some pressure washing, some soft washing. There's a lot of people that need those things done to their house or done around their house. You could also do fence installations, or you could do shrub placements, right? You can plant shrubs or trees. You can do grass. There's a lot of people that need nice grass. They want to have nice grass. The next one here is being a real estate agent. If you like talking to folks and you like interacting with folks and making sales, that real estate agent might be for you. And now it's not a get rich quick thing. None of these are. But if you like going out and trying to sell other people's homes, or you like selling stuff, this might be for you because it's very interactive. And over the long term, you could definitely build up a business, a real estate business, and make a lot of money. Now, in the short term, you'll probably have to work under a broker. You probably have to answer phone calls. You probably might not even have a client of your own for maybe a year. So it just depends. Now, there's a lot of training involved. You got to get certified and all that too. So there's a lot of legwork that goes into it. And if you think that's something that you would be interested in, then definitely pursue it because a lot of people will probably get into it and they probably back out within the first few months. All right, and the next one here is if you don't like being in front of people, you don't like talking to people, and you don't want to be a real estate agent, you could probably be a real estate appraiser, which you work directly under the banks and you get properties assigned to you. You go out and you inspect them and look for any things that are wrong with them. Pretty much, it's one of those things that you do have to get licensed for, and you have to go under like a mentor. You have to go under somebody that's already doing it. That way you can get certified and get trained up and all that. You have to take a test and all that. So being a real estate appraiser is definitely something that people do to make a little extra side income. And then they probably end up starting their own business, doing their own job. And when the real estate market booms, that's when they start making the big bucks, because that's when a lot of the banks are like, hey, we need properties done. And I remember during the 2020 and 2021 timeframe, there just wasn't enough real estate appraisers to get all these properties done in a timely manner. So it was taking quite a while. So if that's something you want to do, then check it out. Now, if you want to inspect homes, but you don't want to be an actual appraiser, you could probably look at just being a real estate inspector, like a home inspector. And that's another contractor type thing. People buy and sell homes all the time. So when somebody's buying a house, you could be the inspector to just bless off on it, or just make the report like, hey, this is what's wrong with it. So, and you give that to the potential buyer. All right, well, let's say you've got a more creative side to real estate and you don't want to do any of those things. Well, real estate's huge, guys. And I think that real estate is one of the biggest ways to make a side hustle out of. I mean, people need to live in houses. So if you find something house related that is a service job, then you might make quite a few extra bucks doing it. One of the extra things that I've seen to be very good with people I know is real estate photography. Now, real estate photographers, you got to train, you got to have an eye for it, you got to be creative, you got to have you have an eye for angles and lighting. You got to understand the concepts of photography and use that to build your business up, or even work under other photographers, because other photographers might need a hand. They might need a hand during big real estate booms. And you could also say that homes are bought and sold a lot in the summertime, so it might be a pretty decent summertime gig if you just want to do it at that time. But I guess once you start learning the aspects of photography, you can move on to doing video. You can do drone. You get certified as a drone pilot and do that. There's so many different things revolving around real estate photography, and just photography in general. Like, you could probably do portrait photography, or you could do like school photos and stuff, build a business that way. It might be a little harder to get into some stuff like that. But yeah, real estate photography is definitely kind of boring in the photography world, but it's definitely a good job to pursue, a good side hustle to pursue. And because we're on the topic of real estate, we can't forget about real estate investing. Let's say the basic form is, let's say you just have a few rooms in your house and you need to rent them out. Well, you rent them out, you make a little extra income. If you're not comfortable with that, then you might want to pursue actually buying another property and using your old one as a investment property. If you already have a lease signed, it definitely helps out. You could rent it out long term, or you could rent it out short term, like Airbnb and VRBO. But I think I read a statistic a long time ago that real estate investing is one of the biggest drivers for creating millionaires in the US. So that's also something to look into, because there's a lot of tax benefits with it. There's the appreciation value of the home, as well as renting it out and making a little cash flow. Now, since we're on the topic of investing, I'm not a financial advisor, so I would suggest probably going to go seek one, and just take this as entertainment value and my opinions. And since we're on the topic of investing, we can't forget about stock market investing or crypto investing. And really, you've got short-term investors and you've got long-term investors. You've got traders. So I think I read a statistic yet again that most people that do day trading end up losing money in the long term, because day traders, it's very stressful. Day traders, they buy and sell on different cycles within the market. And if you can time it right, you can make a lot of extra money. Now, if you don't know what you're really doing, it might take a while to get used to it, and it's a very emotional game. It's kind of like going to the casino and losing a whole bunch of money. Warren Buffett, big time investor, he just sticks to the basic rules of investing. Just buy big companies, big name companies that are profitable and that have a good reputation and that are very valuable, and then just hold them for the long term. So the Like I said, again, if you want to get into investing, you probably want to talk to a financial advisor. All right, so a lot of you guys are into old stuff and you like collectibles, but how about just buying collectibles to resell them? You could, if you find little places here and there that have collectibles like yard sales, estate sales, maybe even like small shops, and you see that you could buy it for really cheap and then flip it for a little bit of profit, then you might be able to make a little extra income. You could flip it on websites like eBay or even Facebook Marketplace, and that way, you know, you can help fund your next collectible. I seen some YouTuber out there. He was flipping Rolex watches. You know, he bought like 5 Rolex watches and sold 4, and all those 4, the profits from all the 4 paid for the 1. So, I mean, that's what he did, and he really wanted a Rolex, so that's how he did it. So you might be able to do something like that, except on a smaller scale. All right, so another side business I've seen get kind of popular recently is like being a mobile mechanic or being something related to cars, a car detailer or something. You know, there's a lot of people out there that they don't want to take their car to a nice mechanic to get fixed. They'd rather just have somebody on call and come to them to fix their car. Also, you might have somebody that just likes keeping their car clean all the time. Say they have a nice old car, classic Chevelle or something, and they need to keep clean all the time. Well, that's something you could potentially get into is car detailing. And the reality is there's just so many things you could be doing out there to make a side income. Just look at a whole bunch of different websites, go watch some YouTube videos. There's a bunch of people out there that have side gig ideas. There's so many things out there, guys. So yeah, just if you're not really sure what you want to do outside of your 9-to-5, but you know you want to do something, just look around. You know, you got extra time, look around. You know, a lot of people might spend that time playing video games and they might be kind of stuck in their own situation. But if you want to get out of that situation, you got to motivate yourself to go and do those things that will help you get out of those situations. And definitely getting a side gig or 2 or 3 will benefit you in the long term. Now, if you found value in this video, be sure to pulverize that like button and subscribe for the algorithms. And as always, be sure to learn history and curate history. See you in the next video. Make it a great day.